Hello,
Hi there.
I'm Mr. Gardner,
I'm Mr. Codden.
and welcome to another video about creating a website in HTML.
This time we're going to be focusing on creating a cascading style sheet, which from this point on I'm going to refer to as CSS.
Yeah, and importantly, in this short video, we're going to look at linking one of these cascading style sheets or CSS files to your HTML file that produces what you can see on the screen right now.
Okay.
So, Mr. Cotton, if you want to click on the website we've got open,
there we go.
you can see we started making a website about a dog walking business, and it's got a heading and two very short paragraphs. But what we want to do now is make it not white.
Yeah, it's a bit dull.
Yeah, just make it a bit more interesting.
Okay, so how do I do that then?
Okay, if you go to Notepad++, where we were writing the code,
okay,
this is the HTML file. To colour it in, though, this is just the content. We need to make one of these style sheet things.
All right.
To do that, you can either click on the File menu and choose New, or actually just under File.
Oh yeah, there.
If you hop, it says New. So you press that.
Yep.
Don't worry, the HTML file's still there. If you look below that icon, there's a tab. So it's a bit like a web browser when you've got multiple tabs open. So we've got two files.
Multiple tabs but completely separate.
Okay. Now before we do anything else with this blank file, let's save it in the right place with the right file name.
Okay.
So if you
I'm
click
go
on
File, Save As.
Save As. Now, thankfully, it's opened the dog walking website folder that we were working on before. That's really important. The CSS file we're about to make needs to be in exactly the same place as the HTML file you've made before.
Okay.
Which it is.
Yes, it by default there.
Okay, so maybe call it style as a short name for what this is. But you can't press save yet. You've got to click on the file type, which will bring up this enormous list.
Oh, wow.
And one of the options is Cascade Style Sheets.
There it is.
CSS.
So
click that one.
It's added a .css. So
perfect. Press
save. There we go.
And you should see in the tab title at the top, it says style.css.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, right. Now, just to confuse you, CSS is slightly different from HTML, but they work together. So let's just accept this and you'll understand it as we go along. So if you type the word body, because there is a body tag in our web page.
So I don't need these.
No, suddenly all the chevrons, the triangular brackets aren't important anymore. What we need now is what's called a brace. It's a curly bracket somewhere near the P.
Oh yeah, shift and the one next to P. There you go.
There you go. Okay. Now on the next line, I'd like to type the word background.
Background.
And you can see it's suggesting some things there. If you press the hyphen, minus symbol,
and
then type color, but before you get carried away, you need to spell it the American way because this was made by Americans.
All right, so without the U.
Yeah, they spell it C-O-L-O-R.
Oh, there
you go. And you can see it's gone kind of a slightly more bold and purple.
Okay.
Now type a colon, which is the two dots. That's the one. And then pick a color. Now you can have anything simple, but you can have all these complicated colors as well.
I like cornflower blue.
That is actually one of the colors you can have. So as long as you choose it as all one word.
Right.
But now you have to spell cornflower.
Flower blue.
Okay. And to finish that line, you put a semicolon, which is the dot, and there you go.
Okay.
And there's only one more thing we need to do, which is press enter to go to the third line and close the curly bracket.
Okay.
That is a CSS file.
So
if you click save, that's made. Let's go to the web page and have a look.
Refresh.
Oh, it's not.
Well, I was expecting my background there to be cornflower blue.
And that's where we were going with this. The background color should have been cornflower blue, but we haven't changed the HTML file. So the last thing to do
if I go
back to the original file.
So that's my CSS, so I'll go back to HTML.
Yeah, so you now have these two files together,
right?
Which can get confusing, but you'll get the hang of it. So this needs to know about our style sheet, and to do that, we put what's called a link tag in the head section. Now your head section starts on line 3 and finishes on line 5. Somewhere between those tags.
Okay. Does it matter where before or after the title?
No, it could be before or after the title. Should we put it before?
Yeah, I'm going to put before. So
okay, so we've made a space.
Yep.
And now you need to type chevron. The open bracket thing.
3, wasn't it? Yep.
Now link.
Yep.
And this is a weird tag. We're going to put some extra information in here. So press space, type the word rel, put equals.
Yeah.
And then in speech marks, you need to put style sheet, all one word.
Oh, go on, spell it right. Like that.
That's it. And because it's in speech marks, it's always purple.
Okay. So that's the reason for the link to that bit, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, link is saying I'm linking to another file. Rel says what type of file am I linking to.
Yeah.
And the last thing we need is a href, H-R-E-F.
Yeah.
Stands for hyperlink reference. Equals. Then in speech marks again, the name of the file. And if you look at the tab top above, you can remember what you called it.
Style.css, so I'll write that in.
Yeah. And don't forget the .css. Great typing today.
Yeah, it hasn't been great.
And just to make things even more confusing, I now want you to press space, put a /,
right,
and close the chevron, the triangular.
Oh, so there's no closing tag for link then?
There's so much complex stuff here, but once you've got it working, it just works. This is called a self-closing tag, which is why the / appears at the end rather than at the beginning of another tag. Don't worry about it. You can copy and paste that, into future documents. Just you'll understand it eventually. Press save.
Save. Yeah, save. Back here. Refresh.
Yeah. And it's cornflower blue.
That is cornflower blue. That's exactly what I wanted.
Right. Very final tweak we'll do here, which is to go back to our CSS file. So back to Notepad++. Change tabs to there.
There it is.
Put a new line in between the curly braces.
Oh, okay. So we're still on body, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And in there, put just colour on its own.
Yeah.
And then do white. So put a colon, type white, finish with a semicolon. What do you think that'll do?
I reckon that will make the writing white.
Yeah, let's try it. Save that. Go back here, refresh. There you go. So now you know how to change the colours on your website.
Thanks so much for that.